Welcome back to the Knives Fast channel, guys. This is KC. I am here, and this is the Knives Fast channel. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Stick around. Check us out on Monday nights, KF Live, 7:45 p.m. Eastern, and go check me out over on the Instagram. All right, so if you don't know, I am also the owner and designer of Tempest Knives, okay? And you guys know we've had the Fractus pre-order going on at the time of this recording. There's only a couple of spots left for this silver lining version. I got more knives coming, so stand by. And my website is tempestknives.com. Wow. But this is the first time I've designed a knife that has been made by another company as a collaboration, and this is the Kubey Knives Dust Devil. You probably saw my unboxing, but if you didn't, we'll go into details, and this is the box it came in, which is really, really cool. Up on the bottom, that's why. There's your information. This is a black one, the KU357, and there you go. Now, you can get these at kubeyshopping.com, and you can use currently, at the time of this recording, code KC06LT, and you can get 6% off of that knife since because of what it is, and you can get, let's see, get it right, KC, 6% off. And yeah, you can get free shipping as well. Kubeyshopping.com. I'll have that link down below. Now, there are 3 versions, as you can see. And this is not how they come shipped. They come with a tech lock, a small tech lock on the side meant to carry vertically, and I immediately took these off. Up to each one, some people have put ulti-clips on them, some people have put soft loops on them like I've done, some people have left the tech locks on them, some people have taken it off completely and just pocket drop the sheath. These are not bad, they just tend to be a little bulky, and with a knife like this, I just don't like it kind of coming up and above the handle like that and poking me in the side. So I'm using the soft loops. I replace them immediately, and I'm carrying them on a single soft loop horizontally in the appendix like this, and just carrying it like that and pulling it out from there. That's how I'm carrying it, but you know, let me know if you have one. How are you carrying it? All right, so let's look at the 3 versions Kubey chose to do. Now, again, as the designer, I get to submit the design. They get to decide the steel. They get to decide the handle material, the finishes, the whole thing. Otherwise, you'd see some blue yeah, definitely different stuff going on. So there are all 3 versions of this knife. Now, I will tell you that currently, if you go over to Kubey Shopping, the 2 micarta versions are sold out, and the only one left is the Ultem version. Now, this is Ultem, if you don't know, is a heat-resistant plastic used in the semiconductor industry, and in other places. And this is the only version left, and yes, it is that color. You cannot dye it. I do like in this particular fixed blade how you can see through the skeletonization and yet still get the benefit of a handle in your hand. I will say it's not super grippy, and with the lines going one direction, some people have told me they've had some trouble sort of slipping off to the side. Lefty EDC is the one that's told me that. I use this particular one in the kitchen to cut some onions and zucchini the other night, like a paring knife. It worked like a charm. It's a little thicker than your average paring knife, but it worked really well, and I didn't have any grip issues. For me, it is just a 4-finger knife. Your thumb comes right up here on that jimping. That jimping is great. It is a drop point, spear point, sheep's foot, drop sheep, I don't know. I designed it to be more of a drop sheep. It does look a little bit like a spear point, and drop sheep is sort of my thing, like my pinion design. Where is a pinion? I should have one out. So here is the pinion. You can see it's a little different. It's not chopped at the end like the pinion is, but it's very similar in many ways as far as the shape of the blade. And I just, this shape, what I like about this knife overall, and let's just see, let's just do this. All right, so here is my design, the microburst. And what you get into when you're doing wow, what do you call this, Casey? A folding knife, is you have to make the handle a little bit longer than the blade. And what I was able to do here on this folder, on this fixed blade, is sort of give you more blade for the same amount of handle. So what you end up with here is you end up with a 3-inch cutting edge and a 3¼ inch blade and a 3½ inch handle. So it's a little bit longer just to give you that enough for me to get 4 fingers in. And yes, it is based on my hands. And then, you know, it just gives you a more balanced knife, in my opinion. So I was very excited to be able to do a fixed blade. Now I kept it very thin, thin this way and not very tall that way, so that it would just be a very unobtrusive carry. We do get, they say on the listings bead blasted, but this is not bead blasted. This is definitely, maybe I'm, well, you know what? This red one, no, it's definitely stonewash. Yep, it's stonewash. And it is 14C28. You do have a very nicely done sharpening tool. Now, I did have somebody tell me they thought the plunge came too far down. I mean, you can, if you look at it, you can see it does go close, but it looks like you should get several sharpenings out of it before it's an issue to me. I've heard people say that, but I don't really see it as much. Now, I will say these two micartas are great. This is dark, they call this dark black or black burlap, and you're seeing the lighter color of the threads, and it almost makes it look brown. This is incredibly grippy. This is absolutely incredibly grippy. It is so good in the hand. I like this one a lot. The red micarta is more of like a canvas, and it's still really grippy. Very, very nicely done on that as well. And then, of course, the Ultem there, which actually I think looks better than it has in a lot of cases. So let's go over now. These are, the Ultem one is selling on Kubey Shopping for $64. The other two varieties were actually only $56, but they're again sold out. But this is $64, and you can get that 6% off with code KCLT, KC06LT, KC06LT. Okay. It is the 357 from Kubey. It is 6.8 inches overall, 3.23 inch blade length, 3.58 inch handle length. The handle thickness is just 0.38, so very thin. And the blade thickness is just 0.12 or 3 millimeters. Blade hardness is 60 to 62, which is great for 14C. And the weight is with just the knife is 2.29, and the sheath is 2 ounces. So that's what they say, at least. That doesn't sound quite right to me, but yeah, I mean, I guess it is. It is a full tang fixed blade, as you can see. Now let's get 2 of these off the screen. And we're going to do a little bit of cutting here. I don't ever leave myself enough room to do this, but that's okay. So you can see, well, maybe you can't see. I was just doing this off camera. Don't do this to me. Don't do this. See, this is typical KC. I just cut a bunch off camera. There we go. I don't know what I do if I just don't hold the paper right, but you can see it is very slicey. Again, I did very good work on the onions and stuff the other day, onions and zucchini. Here's your cardboard. I mean, again, it's just a great slicey knife, as you can see. All right, and then let's just do one more thing for fun here. I did this in a short. And by the way, guys, I'm not some sort of expert at knives. So there's people out there busting my chops every day now about, that's not how you do that. So guy out there, I want to see your video of you cutting stuff with your knife on your YouTube channel. The one that said that I wasn't cutting right and I don't know how to cut rope. You know, I do my best, okay? I am not like a trained cutlery professional, but all I can tell you is I was just doing slices. Now I'm just going to do push cuts here. This thing does really, really well with any kind of cut there is. I mean, look at that. So, you know, I did catch some slack the other day for that from one person. And I don't know why I bother talking about that, because that's somebody on YouTube Shorts that just doesn't have anything better to do. You know, I do my best. So it is what it is. And I'm sorry if I don't do it right. I am still, I do not consider myself like a blade sport specialist that knows how to like chop and slice better than anyone. So there they are, guys, the Kubey Dust Devils. I have been, Kubey has been out on Chinese New Year break. I have sent them messages asking if there will be more. If they tell me that they're going to do more, and hopefully maybe they even tell me they're going to do different handles, I don't know. But if they tell me there's going to be more, I will pass that information along. But in the meantime, the Ultim one is available, so definitely check it out. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, nice knives fast design knife done by Kubey, the Kubey Dust Devil. So definitely like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, go over and check me out, TempestKnives.com. And guys, thank you so much for watching the Knives Fast channel.